We got a new update on Mel Gibson's upcoming The Resurrection of the Christ film. The movie will be split into two different parts. However, they will be released within the same year, just about 40 days apart. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. Lionsgate, who is distributing the film, made this announcement over on X yesterday. They said The Resurrection of the Christ, parts 1 and 2, coming to theaters spring 2027. Part 1, Good Friday, March 26, 2027. Part 2, Ascension Day, May 6, 2027. I think that is a pretty big risk, releasing it on Good Friday. If you recall, The Passion of the Christ was released on Ash Wednesday, back 2004, 2005, I think, when it was released. I think releasing it on Good Friday is a pretty big risk, given that I think there are a lot of Catholics who might be interested in seeing this, and they will likely not be going to the movie theaters on Good Friday, given it is a day of fasting and abstinence, and they will be attending the liturgy, hopefully. I know that is something that I like to do, is to attend the Good Friday liturgy. Now, obviously, you might get some people going on Saturday or Sunday, or even potentially on that Easter Monday as well. And then obviously you have that whole week afterwards. Usually a lot of Catholic schools are off, and Christian schools take that week off. That's when they usually have their spring break. So that there's a possibility that you get some good play through that. But I do think releasing it on Good Friday is a bit of a risky move there, releasing it on Good Friday, because I do think a lot of people might not be going to the movie theaters because they will be taking part in church activities, whether that be a liturgy on Friday, and then obviously getting the Easter Vigil on Saturday, etc. So I do think that that is a risky maneuver there from just a commercial standpoint, trying to compete with those things. As far as what we had previously known, we know that they are supposed to actually begin shooting the film in Italy sometime this month. Rome's Cinecittà Studios CEO Manuela Cacciamani said in an interview with Il Sole 24 Ore earlier this year, in March, saying, "I can confirm that the next film, directed by Mel Gibson, produced by Icon Productions, The Resurrection of the Christ, will be entirely shot in Cinecittà starting in August and needs many theaters and stage constructions. As for what to expect from the film, Gibson told Stephen Colbert this in 2016, it's more than a single event. It's an amazing event. And to underpin it with the things around it is really the story to sort of enlighten what that means. It's not just about the event. It's not some kind of chronological telling of just that event. That could be boring, and you think, well, we've read that." Elaborating, saying it's predictable in that, okay, now we know what happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this happens, but what are the things around it that happen? You're going all over the place. What happened in 3 days? He hinted that he might explore Christ ascended to hell, saying, "I'm not sure, but it's worth thinking about, isn't it? Get your imagination going right." He provided more details in an interview with Joe Rogan. He confirmed that Jim Caviezel will reprise his role as Jesus Christ, saying, You use him again, and Rogan interjected saying, Caviezel and Gibson confirmed, saying, "I know it's 20 years later. It's supposed to be 3 days later, but he got 20 years older. I think I have to use a few techniques that they've started to get really good. You can actually get some of the same people." And then he went on and said, "There's a lot required because it's an acid trip when we wrote it. It is like I've never read anything like it. My brother and I and Randall Wallace all sort of congregate on this. So there's some good heads put together, but there's some crazy stuff. And I think in order to really tell the story properly, you have to really start with the fall of the angels, which is you're in another place, you're in another realm, you need to go to hell, you need to go to Sheol." Now, Rogan then asked, "So you're going to have hell, you're going to have Satan, all that?" And Gibson said, "Yeah, sure, you got to have his origin." When asked how he would depict it, he said, "This is a good question, and I think I have ideas about how to do that, and ideas about how to evoke things and emotions in people from the way you depict it and the way you shoot it. So I've been thinking about it for a long term. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to require a lot of planning. I'm not wholly sure I can pull it off, to tell you the truth. It's really super ambitious, but I'll take a crack at it because that's what you got to do, right? Walk up to the plate, right? I think I can get it, but it's not about me. It's about something else." He later added, "It's about trying to find the way in that's not like cheesy or obvious, but actually it's almost like a magic trick in a sense. It's diversion. It's obfuscate this, show that, look over here." Saying it's very ambitious. That's all I'll say. It took a long time to write. It's really ambitious, and it goes from the fall of the angels to the death of the last apostle. So it's more than just, obviously, the resurrection of the Christ. It's more than just the ascension. It's going to go through to the death of the last apostle, obviously referring to the 12 apostles. Obviously, the apostolic tradition continues through us as well, but obviously I think he's referring to 12 there. So that is your update on Gibson's The Resurrection of the Christ. I think it's a little bit risky doing this release on Good Friday. We'll see how that pans out, but this is definitely something I will be going to see. Likely won't be over that Easter weekend, but maybe on Easter Monday and the ensuing week afterwards, or maybe the weekend after. But these are definitely a movie that I will be going to see, something I am looking forward to seeing. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.